I wanted to release it in a big way and all that, but unfortunately, a different kind of music is being released by music labels, and they don't have slots for, non-commercial, or I don't know how to term that. So I kept waiting. I kept talking to everyone.
Welcome to Ketchup Talks on Social Ketchup. It's a great honor to have you here. Congratulations on your song, Kahani Koi.
Thank you so much.
I want to ask, since the song is already released, have you gone through any fans' reactions so far?
Yes, fans. Obviously, I have like songs, I get those kind of reactions. But interestingly, this time also friends, old friends who usually, take you for granted. So they have also started messaging saying, "Hey, this is one milestone and it's come out so well and it is growing." Like, they said, we heard it a couple of times and it's growing, and someone said, I listened to it in the gym. I said, oh, that's interesting. I mean, this is not a gym song.
No, I know. I was also going through some of the comments on YouTube, and all of them were writing something about it's a very relaxing song, and I like to wind up with this song and everything.
Yeah. It's good. I think now we need that also, the kind of lifestyles we all live.
Correct. We need such kind of songs. Coming to working with Gulzar Sahabh, he's such a legendary person in sense, and we all love his work. But we don't really know about his process or how he goes about it. Since you've worked with him so closely, I would really like to understand, how would you describe his process?
Wow, I could make a movie on that maybe. Because I know, as you said nicely, that we don't know. I mean, we are not fortunate enough to know how these kind of legends work, So that was my childhood thing. I never had dreamt also, I will ever have a song with Gulzar Sahabh. So it's more than a song now. It's like a relationship now. This is one of this. In fact, this is the third song we wrote. I mean, he wrote another one for me. Then when I composed and sent him this also, then he said, "Beta, just release this one first. Forget the pehla wala and all, because this is," he said, "this is a beautiful composition, and now it's more, such songs are more required. We do not get to hear such compositions coming out these days." And he's like, he's obviously humble, and that's his gesture. He's very modest, but he said, "Thank you so much for letting me write for a composition like this, because main taras gaya hu. I've been, I also want to write for good compositions. I don't get as many as I'm sure as us zamane mein when he had RD, SD, So he said, "Thank you for letting me write." I'm like, yes, right. But yes, he is fully involved in the process, like from the beginning, from cracking the story, from humming the melody, then figuring out words and a storyline. Then the tempo of the song also, once he told me. Bahut dino baad. The song is a process. We didn't do it in a day or a month. After a couple of months, he said, "I think the song is a little, not serious, but it's introspective. It's not bouncy, happy. So maybe we should push the tempo a little bit. Nahi to so hi jayega. The song is already very deep and all of that." So song tempo and even the video, when I made the video, why should I be on the video? Why should I? He said, "Don't cast anybody else like that, Mick." It's the purest is when a person, a human being is singing, from his own voice. And that's the most beautiful thing. So you sing. Then I shot once, I reshot again, because he said, "ये बहुत serious लग रहे हो." वैसे ही serious है. रोज लोग सो जाएंगे, रो लेंगे. आप, bring a little smile. It will be attractive to people. So he's very involved. He's like very nice. I can't tell you how. He's anxious also to see what is the song finally going to be like. He's there through the process. So I think totally blessed that this happened in this life.
He's a director too, so he was kind of directing you.
Yes, exactly.
But what made you release the song on his birthday?
So I waited for almost 2 years, actually, not more than. I wanted to release it in a big platform with a big music label, and it's my milestone. Not about how the song is, but generally it is collaboration from someone of our generation coming up from a contemporary approach of today, of 2022, and him being there for 4 or 5 decades. So that whole coming together, was something I thought was special for me, for sure, and for a lot of people like us. So I wanted to release it in a big way and all that, but unfortunately, a different kind of music is being released by music labels, and they don't have slots for, non-commercial, or I don't know how to term that. So I kept waiting. I kept talking to everyone. I being me, I know everyone now. So, but they're my friends only. But all these music labels, they're like mostly lots of talks, and then they release what is, quick numbers, quick views, and it's a different game there. So basically, we did a show on Independence Day, and Gulzar Sahabh, we again met in the evening, and he's like, "Oh, gaane ka kya kar rahe ho? Are you like sandook mein dal rahe ho? What are you trying to do with the song? Release it. It's time. Everything has a time." I'm like, I know, I'm so, and I'm like, I'm not even calling him for a few months, feeling bad that I don't know what to say now, because my plan is to release it in a very beautiful way, but I'm so, and I knew the scene, what's happening in the music scene, but the music companies are run by chartered accountants and lawyers and like numbers. I'm like, still I was hoping. So when he said that, I realized that 5 days left to his birthday, or 3 days, or 4 days, something like that. So then and there, I thought I'll release it on my own music, my YouTube. And I'll depend on listeners and word of mouth to at least reach more people. The whole idea was to reach more people with this song, and with media and all of that. We'll try to reach somewhere, but nikal dete hain, because then it was birthday, so it was like a birthday gift surprise to him.
But the internet can really be an asset in such sense.
Sometimes, yeah, it can be, for sure. I hope so.
So, you talked about the process that, a song is not made in one day, and, it's a whole process. And I was talking to Mithun, the music composer, earlier. I had an interview with him, so I was talking to him. And we got about to talk about, how a music composer is like director of a film, while the singer is probably the face or the actor is for the film. You adorn both the hats somewhere. You're a music composer as well, and you're a singer as well. How do you look at it? And what is the process of you as a singer to work with a music composer?
First, you go in, to be very honest, as I'm thinking aloud, I think you go to a composer. That's a whole thing, mostly in India also. Internationally, it's mostly singer-songwriter. Like most of the song is also written by the singer, because that's his sound, his thought and everything. But here we have composers who are specializing in composition only. They don't sing or write lyrics. So then you go there, so that person has a design. He must have gone through many notes and melodies to reach where he has reached. First you have to understand, then understand the feelings of the situation and the film. And then also you have to bring in you, because you are you. I mean, you have to sing the way you are. So it is an interesting space where you're trying to understand what the composer really wants. He wants you to project. How much projection? Soft, not soft? How soft? All of that. Where to break it? Does he like me to break the voice or keep it holding? Not many things go in. At the same time, you just give your input also in terms of how you sing, and hope that the composer likes what your perception of that melody is. Sometimes composers grab it. For instance, Mithun only grabbed it one song I did once, Hamnava, from a movie called Hamari Adhuri Kahani. And Mohit Suri was the director. So they had a whole different perception when they had composed the song. I sang and Mithun was like, he said, "Okay, Pavanda, just wait for a while, bro. I'll have to talk to the director. This is not what we had planned." I was like, okay, so that means maybe it's not working. The approach I came through. So then he said, no. He came back and he said, "No, it's just beautiful what you did. This is not our approach, but Mohit is saying I'll reshoot the film if required, song if required, because it's sounding magical or whatever." He said then. I said, wow, that also happens sometimes. So, so like that, it's an interesting space. But it's also good because you go out of your own comfort zone and achieve something else which is not in your perception. It's a third world.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a collaborative process.
Yeah.
So you talked about, the music industry is changing, and there are certain kind of songs that the music producers are producing or something. But there was I don't know if you have heard or not, but there was a recent debate about the word love story in the song Kesarya.
I saw it somewhere. I didn't get it though. What was it though?
Basically, the whole point is what is the debate is actually is the inculcating of English words in a Hindi song.
Oh,
the mix was not really. Some people found it very odd.
Okay.
I just wanted to get an idea of, do you think an artist can take that liberty of using some English words and then combining it with a Hindi song?
Yes, you can. I mean, see, if it is not sounding forceful and odd to the ear, like this is Hinglish, maybe what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So if someone's when we talk converse a lot, हम दोनों mix करते हैं. Now mix is the English word there. हम दोनों mix करते हैं. Right? Mix तो करते हैं. Mix is the English word. हम दोनों मिश्रण करते तो नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. So that way, if you are comfortably using it, which is not very imposing kind of thing or forcing it, then I think we will get there where that will become the third language. Not Hindi, not English, but English or whatever. But it has to be spontaneous, I think, and we'll know when it works. I think sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's okay.
It happens. Okay. So, I see you are really connected to your roots, as well as, regional music is also very important to you. So, do you think that regional music, just as how regional cinema is really picking up right now, regional music will also reach there?
Yes, there are possibilities. I mean, if we talk about region in India, there's so many regions. First, obviously, tough to compete with the mainstream language also. So our mainstream is Hindi. For India, I'm talking about. And Hindi-speaking belt is actually that's central northern. There's no other Hindi actually anywhere else. Orissa, Bengal, entire northeast, south. There's no Hindi anywhere. But we are speaking Hindi because we have one language where we think is our language as a country. But if you see region-wise, Korea is a region in the world, and it kind of made it very big. So regions can also go across everything, maybe to a big extent. If your sound, your ideas, are strong and innovative and unique and something very interesting, then only it'll come out. I mean, just singing in a regional, you cannot cross that barrier. You have to make it. Somewhere global. You have to think about what is going to work, and you basically keep trying, and somewhere it works. Sometimes something will come up.
Okay, so can I just request you to sing some lines of your song that has released?
Yes, sure. I will do that. रोज होती है कहानी कोई मतलब है न मानी कोई बारिशों के दिन है पत्ता पत्ता बरसता है प्यास बुझती ही नहीं दिल अभी तरसता है फिर भी कहता नहीं ज़बानी कोई रोज होती है कहानी कोई.
Wow. Can I request another song? This is something one of my favorites, but it's called Moh Moh Ke Dhage.
Sure. तू होगा जरा पागल तूने मुझको है चुना तू होगा जरा पागल तूने मुझको है चुना कैसे तूने अनकहा सब सुना तू होगा जरा पागल तूने मुझको है चुना तू दिन सा है मैं रात आना दोनों मिल जाए शामों की तरह ये मोह के धागे तेरी उंगलियों से जाऊं कोई टोह ना लागे कि
Thank you so much for taking that request. I just wanted to ask, is there any other of your favorite song from recent that is not sung by you that you're really enjoying right now?
Difficult. ऐसा मुझे कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा अभी. I've been listening to actually more international music right now. वो भी mixed up, you know. So yes, and not something immediately I can remember.
No, but thank you. I just hope we get to see more Gulzar Sahabh and more of you in your future.
I hope your hope becomes a reality.
Because we do miss Gulzar Sahabh.
I know, no. We have to do a lot more. And he's keen, which is nice, you know, to work with the new generation and to cross over and keep working. You know, he's very young that way.
So I hope he writes a movie as well.
Yes, he should have. But I know, you know, it's like we're expecting too much. Maybe he wants to chill also.
Yeah.
So it's okay. He's done a lot. He's given us a lot.
Yeah. I agree. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, Papon. It was lovely talking to you.
Lovely talking to you too, Lakshmi. Take care.
Take care. Bye.